Welcome to this strategic explainer. Look, if you're an executive in the financial sector today, you already know the deal. The pressure to innovate is absolutely immense, but at the same time, the regulatory stakes, they've literally never been higher. So today, we're diving straight into an executive playbook, breaking down insights from top industry leaders to give you a clear, actionable roadmap. Let's get into it.
Here is what we're covering today. First, the new AI imperative. Then, everyday versus game-changing AI. After that, balancing innovation and governance, building durable advantage. And finally, the future of banking.
Section 1, the new AI imperative, moving from niche to necessity.
Okay, let's establish our baseline here. Because while the current AI hype feels completely brand new, our industry's relationship with it definitely is not. I mean, we've been using this stuff for decades. We started with optical character recognition way back in 1989. Honestly, some of those foundational neural networks processing checks in the 90s, they are literally older than the engineers building your generative AI tools right now. But make no mistake, the generative landscape we are in today is a totally different ballgame. It's no longer highly specialized or, locked away in some quantitative risk basement. It's accessible and it's usable by absolutely everyone in the organization. And that brings us to this really powerful realization from our sources. AI is not an option anymore. It's an imperative. What executives are finding is that board members are definitely not waiting on the sidelines. You don't even have to advocate for these technologies anymore. Boards are actively demanding bold action. These exponentially powerful tools are just the new table stakes. If you aren't aggressively pursuing them, well, you're already falling behind. Section 2, everyday versus game-changing AI, breaking down the two tiers. To build a strategy that actually works, you have to actively categorize your tech initiatives. Right now, to be honest, most banks are just kind of treading water in what we call everyday AI. And everyday AI is great. It's fantastic for marginal productivity boosts, optimizing workflows, generating emails. It is the baseline. But game-changing AI, that's different. That actually alters the business model itself. Like one executive pointed out, and I love this, no one gets a dopamine hit from making a bank deposit, right? Game-changing AI completely strips away that inherent friction. It creates a highly contextual experience that fundamentally evolves how a bank interacts with a client. A perfect practical example of this game-changing tier is embedded finance. Think about institutional banking. Historically, that relies on picking up the phone to call a relationship manager. Embedded finance uses conversational interfaces to just seamlessly integrate into a client's daily workflow. The goal is to make a massive institutional wire transfer as frictionless and, honestly, as invisible as sending money to a friend on Apple Cash. You don't even think about the bank. You just have a quick conversation and the transaction is done. Section 3, balancing innovation and governance, taming the wild animal. Okay, so aggressive innovation is mandatory, but how do you actually pursue that without breaking the incredibly strict regulatory frameworks we have to operate in? Well, our sources use a perfect metaphor for this. Generative AI is a wild animal that you've got to tame. These models are incredibly powerful, yes, but they're also prone to hallucinations. And in an industry where literally every decision has to be explainable, repeatable, and completely transparent, this wild animal has to be carefully tamed to operate safely. So, how do we practically do that? You balance that risk through classic disciplined change management. Step 1, build a portfolio of experiments. You have to accept that some are going to fail and just isolate that risk. Step 2, secure small, quick wins with the successful experiments. You want to prove undeniable business value to the organization fast. And then step 3, once that flywheel is actually turning, set bold targets within a strict governance framework. Your governance committee shouldn't be the department of no. Their mandate needs to be figuring out how to deploy safely, rather than if you should deploy at all. But look, even with a rock-solid rollout plan, leaders are still lying awake at night, grappling with some pretty massive operational responsibilities. Let's look at the core concerns that top executives are trying to solve right now. There's a massive paradigm shift happening in how we view information. First off, you have to view customer data as something you are entrusted with, rather than something you own. With great power comes great responsibility, right? Furthermore, there's a profound societal obligation when it comes to talent. It isn't just about hiring the top 1% of AI experts, it's about retraining the other 99% of your workforce, ensuring this tech actually augments their capabilities instead of disrupting their livelihoods. And you're doing all of this while constantly managing the legal limits of AI hallucinations. Section 4, building a durable advantage, surviving the disruption. It is absolutely crucial to understand this next point. AI itself is only going to give you a temporary competitive edge. Why? Because the rest of the market will eventually catch up. To convert that temporary edge into a durable, long-term advantage, institutions need a three-step framework. First, you create a repeatable innovation process that constantly identifies customer problems and matches them with the right AI tools. Second, earn and maintain absolute customer trust. And third, cultivate a healthy dose of constructive paranoia. You need a total willingness to disrupt your own legacy systems before some agile competitor does it for you.
Let's zero in on that second point for a second. Trust. It's the absolute bedrock of your survival. As the saying goes, if any of it gets in the way of customer trust, you are dead on arrival. It literally doesn't matter how impressive your underlying tech is or how frictionless your embedded fans feels. If an AI application compromises client data or spits out bad automated advice, the whole initiative is functionally dead. Trust is the one currency banks simply cannot afford to lose.
Section 5. The future of banking. The ultimate multiplier effect.
So, if we manage the risks, we retrain the talent, and we successfully tame the tech, where is this all heading? Well, we are rapidly shifting out of this wait-and-see era of experimentation straight into massive industrial usage. Conversational interfaces are going to aggressively replace traditional banking channels. But honestly, perhaps the most exciting part is how AI is going to help banks understand non-traditional alternative data points to accurately assess creditworthiness. We're talking about finally reaching historically underserved populations who might lack a traditional credit score, but are absolutely creditworthy. To really grasp why that matters, we've got to geek out on banking for just a second and remember its core purpose. Financial institutions exist as vital transmitters of monetary policy within the communities they serve. You aren't just a vault holding money. You are the actual engine fueling the economy.
And here is the ultimate payoff of this technology. In the past, traditional data restricted lending to a really narrow credit box, leaving a massive amount of potential just sitting on the table. But in the future, by leveraging AI to safely understand a much broader spectrum of data, banks can actually expand the credit supply. When you grant credit to a small business or an individual who was previously locked out, you spark a massive positive multiplier effect throughout the entire society. This isn't just about optimizing your internal efficiency ratios. It's about actively expanding economic prosperity. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. The technology is already here. The enablers, like computing capacity and clear regulations, they are falling into place right now. The only question left for you as an executive is this: will your institution successfully tame the wild animal of AI to lead this transformation and expand economic prosperity? Or will you just wait on the sidelines to be disrupted? Thanks for joining us on this explainer, and we will see you next time.